This segment of Panther Sports Talk is brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
Robbins, Iowa native Carly Spies had a tremendous prep career at Linn-Mar High School. As a sophomore at UNI, she played in 39 sets and was a nice spark for the Panthers. Now a junior, she's one of the biggest offensive weapons at the net, as she's tallied 131 kills so far this season. Here's a story on the Panther, number 15, Carly Spies.
At 6'3", UNI middle blocker Carly Spies brings a towering presence to UNI's frontline defense. Her length and her ability to read hitters has Carly leading the team with 73 blocks through the regular season, which is the fourth most in the conference. She's always aware of an opportunity to turn back and attack.
She's a really good blocker. She's probably one of our better blockers for sure. She's big, she sees the ball well, and puts her hands in the right positions a lot of times. Another kid that as a middle doesn't really give up. She's gonna go and try to touch something and get her hands on something. She's not just give up on a play, and that's something we love.
She is a very big competitor. She's really frustrating to go against, actually. She's really good at blocking and diving into where you don't see her and stuff like that, so it can be really frustrating, but just overall a really good volleyball player.
Carly is in UNI's full rotation for the first time. As a sophomore in 2019, she played in only 39 sets, battling a foot injury, which after an extended offseason is behind her.
For me, it was a lot of getting back into it, and I think for me, honestly, those 14 months, that was beneficial. So I got to have a lot more time to kind of get back into it, and I feel a lot better, and yeah, so I'm excited.
And so before was, trying to figure out what was going on. It's just kind of always there, and it's still there now, and they've kind of figured it out, but I think she understands that it's not really going to do anything better right now. I'm just going to either have to deal with it or not be playing, and she would much rather be playing. And
she's one of only 3 players on the team with 3 or more years of experience with UNI Volleyball. And while it's her first season as a full-time contributor, she brings a veteran mentality to her game.
She is a really smart player. She's got some great shots in the middle. She's able to get to a lot of balls. Also, as a junior, she's also taken on more of a leadership role like the rest of us, and she's done a great job with that, just trying to help guide the team and kind of figure out the best way to go about this year, for sure.
Really stepped up in her leadership this past year, and just her confidence on the court and just her attitude to just step up and be that one to rely on and to bring the team together when in times when we're all flustered. And she just has really stepped up, and her leadership up at the net, she communicates with all the hitters up there. She always knows what's going on, and I always know she's going to bring it.